If you're ambitious but lazy, this video is for you. Here's the harsh truth. Your clock is ticking and nothing is changing. Yes, your head might be racing with ideas and ambitions, but without action, the life you've always dreamt of will start to fade away. Every day you wait, the more time you waste, and if you're not careful, your life will start to look a little something like this: flat, predictable, and totally uninspiring. This is the reality for most people who've spent the past 5 years in the same job, maybe getting a couple of pay raises along the way. But let's be honest, even with those raises, the trajectory often doesn't improve that much. Sometimes it even goes down. Why? Because as people earn more, they tend to spend more. The worst part is that this lifestyle has become normalized. Society tells you that if you're not moving up, it's because you're lazy, or you just don't have what it takes. But I don't believe that's true. If this has been your life for the past 2, 3, or even 4 years, I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to stay this way. You're not lazy. You're just trapped in a system that was designed to keep you spinning your wheels, convincing you that slow progress is the only way. Today we're diving into a 5-stage process to escape this trap and start creating some real momentum in your life. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear path to breaking free, so let's get started. Stage 1, stagnation. This is where most people are stuck. I'd imagine that's likely where you are right now. Why? Because when you leave school, you're essentially thrown into the deep end without any preparation or guidance. You're left to figure things out on your own. So you play it safe by sticking with the same job, taking 0 chances and trying to stay afloat. But here's the problem. If you stay in this stage too long, you risk becoming a debt slave. Your income barely keeps up with your monthly expenses. Right now, the national debt clock is sitting at $36 trillion and increasing every second. If this doesn't prove that our society is built on debt, I don't know what will. More people are renting instead of owning homes, cars, and other luxuries. This trend isn't happening by chance, it's part of a larger plan. You may have heard of the Great Reset. The goal is to shift power away from individuals by depriving them of ownership. Imagine a future where the government owns your home and can let someone else live there whenever you're away. This is the future they want, and it's why escaping this trap now is critical. So, what's the first step? Gain full control of your finances, start tracking every dollar you spend. Be brutally honest about what's essential and what's a luxury. Once you have this clarity, automate your savings. Even if you start small, the habit will compound over time. Remember, even your Xbox is smart enough to save your game progress. So why not save your money? Stage 2, ignition. Now let's talk about ignition. Believe it or not, more than 50% of people never even get to this stage. That's why this is the turning point where you might start to see a difference between you and your peers. At this stage, you're doing everything you can to break out of stagnation, but a couple of things might hold you back. First, your friends. They won't always like your new attitude because it forces them to either change or be left behind. Both of these options are uncomfortable. They may try to pull you back to their level. You've probably experienced this before, when you share an achievement, and instead of celebrating with you, they change the subject to themselves. The second obstacle is inflation. Keeping all your money in the bank will slow you down in the long run. Why? Because inflation eats away at the value of your savings. Let's say you have $5,000 in your bank account. In 20 years, due to inflation, that same $5,000 will only be able to buy what $3,051 can buy today. The numbers in your account stay the same, but the purchasing power shrinks. So what's the solution? Start investing. If you were to invest that $5,000 into something like the S&P 500, averaging a 7% annual return, adjusted for inflation, it could grow to over $20,000 in 20 years. That's the power of compounding returns. If you're new to investing, platforms like Trading 212 allow you to get started with as little as $1. But here's the catch. Only invest what you can afford to lose. You still need cash for other stages of this process, so don't starve yourself of liquidity. Stage 3, acceleration. This is where things get exciting. By now you've built some momentum, but what got you here won't take you to the next level. To truly accelerate, you need to fully commit to the opportunities in front of you. And this is where the 3 C's come into play: cash flow, connections, and confidence. Cash flow, you need a constant supply of money coming in. The best way to generate cash flow is to start a side hustle. This doesn't have to be a billion-dollar idea. It could be something as simple as offering social media management, video editing, or ad services to businesses. The goal is to bring in immediate income. Connections, surround yourself with the right people. The saying "you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with" exists for a reason. Networking on platforms like LinkedIn or Instagram can open doors to new opportunities and motivate you to aim higher. Confidence. This is the secret weapon. Confidence allows you to take risks and seize opportunities. Without it, you'll hesitate and miss out on life-changing moments. So, push yourself out of your comfort zone, whether it's pitching to a big client or investing in a skill that sets you apart. Stage 4, expansion. Now you've built momentum, it's time to expand. This is where your wealth starts to grow exponentially. The key here is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket, while liabilities take money out. Focus on acquiring assets like rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or even skills that allow you to start additional income streams. Avoid the temptation to splurge on liabilities like expensive cars or unnecessary luxuries. At this stage, you have 2 options. Diversification. Spread your investments across multiple asset classes to minimize risk. High conviction plays. Concentrate your resources on a few investments you deeply understand. While riskier, this approach can yield faster and larger returns if executed well. Choose the approach that aligns with your risk tolerance and expertise. Remember, the goal here is to make your money work for you, so you can focus on building the life you want. Stage 5, mastery. This is the final stage. You've achieved financial freedom and can now live life on your own terms. Money is no longer a concern because your assets generate enough income to cover your lifestyle. But mastery isn't just about enjoying the fruits of your labor, it's about creating a legacy. The wealthiest people in the world, from Warren Buffett to Oprah Winfrey, understand the importance of giving back. At this stage, your focus should shift from accumulating wealth to preserving it and helping others. Reinvest your profits, mentor others, and share the lessons you've learned. Ultimately, mastery is about freedom. Freedom to spend your time as you wish, freedom to pursue your passions, and freedom to create something that lasts beyond your lifetime. The final intrigue. But here's the twist. Even if you've made it to mastery, the journey doesn't stop. Life has a way of testing us, and staying at the top requires constant growth and adaptability. So the question isn't just will you reach mastery, it's can you stay there? If you're ready to follow this path and take control of your financial future, start today. The journey won't be easy, but it will be worth it. And who knows? Maybe you'll look back one day and realize this video was the spark that changed everything.